Facebook, Twitch, and you.
Rolling. Quiet, please.
Fabulous.
We are now live.
On Instagram. You guys, I almost don't have to do anything anymore. You guys could just do this whole thing.
Chalk Squad.
Chalk Squad. Hi everyone. Welcome back. This is Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Time. We are drawing Loki.
Yeah.
Wow.
Loki. Yep. But before we get into that, we have a sponsor every month. If you didn't know, if you're new to the Chalk Girl thing, we have a sponsor every month, and that sponsor usually gives us things to give away. Literally give away. This week, you could get 4 of our friends' comics. Our friends over at One More Round Entertainment. They have this set of 4 in their first comic series, and you could win this like free, plus one of my prints if you type in the word Avengers to the comments. Avengers, type in Avengers. You can win.
Do it.
You can win. Win all these plus one of my prints. Yeah, go support them. They're very cool. They're also very motivational. They are practically the reason that I even have a business right now. So go. Why? Because Mario of One More Round Entertainment will loudly proclaim that he's a loud guy, and he was the one that was like, "Hey, Stephen Amell, she's drawing your face over here." And so he's basically the whole reason that Stephen Amell came over to my booth and said, "Hey," and that's the rest is history. So we're gonna dive into Loki. I'm assuming you're gonna want to see his face and or horns and or something like that. Yeah.
Ninja Griffin says Avengers.
Heck yeah,
And you can
Ninja
start
Griffin.
anywhere.
So we're gonna get started. Feel free to ask any questions, and booyah.
It's Boucher's in the house with Avengers.
Hello.
I got it right this time.
Hi, Sid. Sydney says hello.
Hi, Sid. Cool. I'm gonna put on some background music too, because we like the music.
These are not the music.
To get the conversation going in the chat. Favorite Loki moment from the entire MCU.
And why is it all of it?
Oh,
And how excited are you for the Loki series?
so excited.
Freaking pumped. Could not be more
13 out of 10.
13 out of 10. Nice. Oh, yeah.
Like, I was excited for WandaVision. I was excited for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But I am so pumped for this series.
I am downright geeked.
The minute they were like, we're doing a Loki series, I'm like, nothing else matters. Just kidding. But also not kidding.
Kidding, not kidding.
Kidding, not kidding. Cannot wait.
Ashton said, so excited. She also
Heck
complimented me.
yeah.
Thank you for the compliment. I did get it right. I will always get it right now.
Ninja Griffin is also excited.
Heck yeah.
It's
We
gonna be
like
good.
that people are excited.
We like Loki. We do.
We do like Loki.
I know we were talking about it last week, but somebody in here said that they love the moment when the prank that they pull to get what they want.
Oh, get help.
Get help. Yep, that's a fun one.
Love that.
What other Loki moments we got, friends?
I mean, it's not my favorite, but it's definitely one that I think about often. It makes me laugh. Is when, at the beginning of Thor Ragnarok, when he was disguised as Odin and had the play. Like,
Yes. Oh my gosh.
My favorite. My absolute favorite.
And then Thor shows up, and right away he's like, "Uh-oh."
That's my favorite.
That is. I think that's actually my favorite too.
He's like, whoop.
Yeah. Well, and like in that too, they get one of the other Hemsworth brothers to be like Thor in the play. They got freaking what is his name?
The lesser.
Matt Damon?
Yes, they got
They had
Matt
Matt
Damon
Damon.
in it. Like
the lesser Hemsworth.
like the play that they're
Hemsworthless.
Hemsworthless. No, he's in the movie. But like the fact that all of the people that were in the play were like actual like Hollywood people and like a really stacked like cast for no reason.
Just to say that they could be in the MCU
Yeah.
and like
I mean, hey.
That and to get a moment of Anthony Hopkins pretending to be Loki, pretending to be Odin.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like, that's what it's all about.
Jesse Geeknet says, "Oh man, I'm already excited to see this one finished."
Heck yeah!
It's gonna be so good.
And please enter Avengers in the comments anywhere to enter for a chance to win some really cool merch.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Boop, 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 boop.
Whoop, whoop,
Boop, boop.
whoop, whoop.
I almost didn't land that plane.
No, you didn't.
Okay, we're good.
making your landing.
I sullied
Well,
on the
you
water.
did land.
You did
You
it.
did.
The plane landed on the water, and we are
Passengers
okay.
clapping.
Yeah.
Yeah. As they're unbuckling and swiftly getting out of the plane.
Well, it's still rolling down the.
Oh,
Still going down the tarmac, baby.
the tarmac, but
They're like, I'll take my chances.
We got those fun slides that you blow up and jump down. It's great. It's good. It's good.
I think my favorite Loki moment was in Ragnarok. Also, when he's when Thor gets to whatchamacallit, the place that they both end up, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know that guy. Who's that?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, Loki, bro," and he's like,
Just
"My name's not Loki."
And he's like, he's my brother, adopted. Like
Who gets ragdolled by Hulk after Loki?
Thor during the Colosseum.
And Loki's like, yeah,
yeah,
I
yes, that's what it
love
feels
that.
like. He's like huge fan of the sport. He's so great.
He's
I
so
also
great.
love everything he does in. I mean, just everything really. It's hard to pick a favorite Loki moment, but like him in Avengers 2 is also really good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we've got another entry
Heck yeah.
from Nizar 2000F
Heck yeah.
on Twitch.
Oh, Ninja Griffin. I agree with you. Ninja Griffin says the nonchalant way he just walks up and disappears with the Tesseract in Endgame.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Pretty
He's like,
awesome.
"Doop." That's a great pick, Ninja Griffin.
And that's what'll kickstart the whole Loki series.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be good. And what'll be nice too is because like I know a lot of people like that Loki's not a totally bad guy, but like they do enjoy the very sneaky, sly, snake-like antics that he gets into, and since we get to see a whole series of a Loki who hasn't totally become a good guy yet, like whereas he did by Infinity War, like it'll be fun to see him be a little bit evil still.
Well, and I think that's one of the big reasons that people like him in the first place.
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone loves a good bad guy. All I'm saying.
I would say second favorite. It's not really Loki. It's more how characters react around Loki is when they come to Earth, and within seconds, Doctor Strange is like whoop,
Yeah.
and just make him fall forever. Like
Just I have been falling for 30 minutes.
Yeah. I have been falling.
Well, then like he immediately is like, all right, I'm gonna fight this sorcerer, like because he thinks he's more powerful than me, and Doctor Strange is like, all right, get out of here. Like, he's like, bye, thanks for coming.
I also love Doctor Strange.
I do
Yes.
too.
And I hope he blips around in the Loki series. Like, I hope they at least talk about him a little bit, because, like, he could be there.
Yeah. I mean, if it's magic and it's time.
It's
stuff,
time magic, yeah.
Who knows? Only time will tell.
Ah. I see what you did there.
What?
Like,
what's time magic?
We don't know her.
the Loki series?
Why is it time magic?
Because he's just going to be blipping through time.
He's like
'Cause
his imprisonment isn't it kind of like undoing a lot of the things that he
Yes,
did?
the basic premise for it is the
Yeah.
TVA takes him because they're like, hey, you broke the timeline when you grabbed the Tesseract and ran away. You gotta
Yes.
fix it.
Yes. Right.
And like you have the higher ups that are like, oh, he's Loki. No, he won't. And Owen Wilson's like, I believe in it. Wow.
Wow. That was great.
Thank you.
Ooh, also, Nizar 2000
Hey.
says, I prefer Thor.
Thor's pretty good too.
There's a Thor in this basement right now.
There is a Thor in this basement. He's
Hiding.
he's
but-
staring at me.
He's rolled up right now.
He's rolled out.
He's
right
threatening
now.
me with his hammer. Guys.
Did you buy it?
He's holding the back of your head,
Yeah.
Great.
calling
Calling.
him.
Mjolnir back.
God, that was
I
also a
get
great
lost.
moment too.
That was a great moment. There were lots of good moments in that, right?
Yeah. See, like as a whole, I'm not really a big fan of Ragnarok, but like the little moments make me love it.
Sure.
Yes, Chuck.
I liked when they had him chained up, and Mark Ruffalo walks in and sees him. He's like, surprise! And Mark Ruffalo's like, oh no, not him. I hate that guy.
It's a beautiful day. Look at that color. I'm so
I
tan,
wish.
Chop Mom. I like Miss Carol. I think that's a great name.
Did you guys know that initially Tom Hiddleston had auditioned for and was shooting for the role of Thor?
No way.
Mm-hmm. But he didn't quite kind of fit what they were going for. And so when they cast Chris Hemsworth as Thor, they're like, well, we can't get rid of Tom Hiddleston because like his audition and his performance was so good. So they're like, do you want to be the bad guy? And he's like, yes.
Absolutely.
If
It
you ever
also
have the
was
chance
like-
to be the bad guy, be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But it was also him and Chris Hemsworth, like it was one of their first big like movie debuts was the first Thor movie. Because they had done other stuff, but like very briefly. But this was their first like main title character comeuppance in film. And look at him now.
Speaking of looking at now, can we just talk about the depth of a face that has just appeared before us on a two-dimensional canvas?
So good.
Such an artist, I can't.
You can though.
I could sing you a
Well, you're
song
not-
about it.
You're not imploding right now, so you can.
I am not imploding, you're right.
Yeah.
What if I just like start fading away? I'm like, oh god.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Oh.
Spoiler.
Oh, Swamp Demon Queen said favorite Tom Hiddleston movie, Crimson Peak, 100%.
That is a good movie.
I
You still have to
never
watch
saw
it.
yeah,
You have to
exactly.
watch it.
Never saw that.
We'll put it on the list. We'll do it tonight.
No, we got things to do tonight.
We have a big D&D session tonight. We could all die.
Ooh, Corey's in the house.
I might die.
Hey Corey.
Hi, Corey.
Different Corey. But
Oh.
yeah. It's okay.
Lion,
You can still say hi Corey.
Yeah, hi, Corey.
Yeah.
Lion, Lee, God, another last name I can't pronounce.
What, honey?
Wow.
It's fine.
Corey's in the house.
Yes, ma'am.
What gets you past a wall?
Okay. It happens a lot, you know. I know.
Being Shadowcat, being
I
able
would
to just
have
walk
you.
through that wall.
Yeah.
When I'm
Having superpowers. Becoming a ghost.
like,
Well,
Corey's
yeah.
like, howdy.
and then like,
What's up?
no, but
What's
if I can,
up?
What's
if I
up?
can break it, I'll be so much happier the whole day.
Okay. Alright.
And that's what I say to myself.
Okay.
I had a
It's kind of a
great
dark
day today.
meditation.
Good.
When you do it, like, you know, because you're like, I can go further. Push
Another
yourself.
good
You know, and I yell at myself.
Loki moment was when they were fighting on the bridge to the Bifrost
Yeah,
in
I was up
Ragnarok,
at it.
and he took off his horns and started attacking people with that. I thought that was
Yeah,
really cool.
I'm not running.
Yeah.
You're cataloging.
And I was like, oh, it's fashionable and practical. Come on.
Yeah.
Doesn't get much better than that.
What happens when you reach that point where like, okay, we'll see.
I'll get there. Or when you try to think about
Or when they snuck Captain America into
music you're working
Thor 2 The Dark World
One thing
by
about it is the
Loki
pain.
transforming into him at one point.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
They're like, yeah, we got Chris Evans on set. Let's get him in the movie.
it helps you know you're alive.
yeah.
You have great teeth.
Yes.
We're just gonna take fun.
Chuck Girl, your mom has beautiful teeth.
She does, doesn't she?
I'm
Aren't they
He's-
so
he's-
straight
he's
on the bottom?
He's changing the subject because we're talking about reaching the wall when we're running.
No, I'm just, I have a good vantage point of your teeth right now.
No, I always like.
I always look at teeth.
He
Although
does
I've
always
always
look
looked
at
at hers, and they're so straight across. On
They're
the
so
bottom.
straight across.
So
That's the
straight.
thing.
You know why? Because I pulled them out prematurely for the tooth fairy, so I could.
Did you really? Yes!
Hey.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
It's all about, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. These toys aren't gonna buy themselves, alright?
That's right.
No,
You
it's
shake that
just
tooth fairy down.
Reap into your house at night.
What?
Say, look, you tiny unaligned fae, you give me my money.
I give you two, you give me coin.
I just looked at one of Beth's TikToks that she sent me earlier, and
We may have young ears listening, just saying. So,
oh, you're right.
just
Thank you.
I was gonna say, will it kill it?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't
That's
wanna do
okay.
that.
We can talk about the tooth fairy later. We had a 9-year-old listening one day. We had a 7-year-old listening one day. I just want to make sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I am on my best behavior, which is astonishing.
Yeah, it is.
It's.
But it's great because it builds up now, so then when it comes time for D&D, he lets it all.
It pours out like a sieve, you know, just
Sure.
like a sluice, if you will.
The
A
sieve.
sieve.
A sieve? Like a
Isn't that the thing you strain things out of?
That's a sieve.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it drains.
It drains.
And a sluice
He's
is
so
when
good
it.
right now. He's glowing.
Wait, what? Am I glowing?
You're glowing.
Did a little halo?
Nope.
You wouldn't like
I
that.
feel
would
like you
not.
would like rip that off.
I
and,
would.
Frisbee it.
He'd turn it on and immediately turn it off. You're like, oh no, never again.
I'm a devil. We know this.
No, you're a human being.
Am I?
Are you a
Yes.
frost giant?
I'm not a frost
You
giant.
half frost giant.
I'm not.
If
You
you
know who
are.
is?
Loki.
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 This guy.
Spoilers, wee woo.
I mean, it's the first movie. It's been out for.
I don't know. I put it post spoiler.
Sure. You covered it. No one
I covered. We
no one
covered
caught
it. Marvel's not gonna come after us, okay?
Spoiler.
Wee woo.
Woo, wee, woo.
Chalk Girl, I have a question for you.
I have an answer for you.
What? Two questions actually.
Yeah.
What do you, as I always ask you, what do you think is going to be the most difficult part of this drawing? And how do you feel, just as a color theorist, about the green and gold together?
Well, green and
Great.
gold always makes me think of sports.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
that was my thought. I'm like, oh, Loki's a cheesehead. He's a Packers fan,
You're not.
right?
Not wrong.
Personally, not thinking that when reading comics, but sure.
Loki's up there in the Green Bay.
Oh yeah.
No. Why do you think he's half frost giant?
You
Yeah.
think he's eating that squeaky
Right, because he's
cheese?
from Wisconsin. It's very cold here.
You gotta eat the squeaky cheese.
Ooh, you ever have them cheese curds that are squeaky?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
great.
Oh yeah.
Heather Jones makeup
Hi!
says, "Go Pack."
Oh,
Is it Heather
really?
we know? Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Hello. Congratulations.
Oh, that's right.
on
Heather, we
your
saw your post.
child.
Congratulations.
Whoop whoop.
So, Chalk Girl, throwing it back to you. What do you think is going to be the most difficult part of this chalk drawing?
Again, he's got, they like to do this super hero, super villain texture thing going on. And it's not your basic, it's a tessellation, but it's a weird one.
What could you say that word again?
Tessellation.
What is that?
It's a shape that's repeated over and over again with no gaps in between. And so, his armor has these weird,
Yes, testicle.
Like snakeskin almost.
kinda,
Cool.
yeah. So, that's gonna be weird. As I just exited out of it. Yeah, for anybody else
Alright.
who wanted to see that as I lose my chalk. Yeah, he's got this weird, texture on his, outfit over here. So I think that that's gonna be kind of difficult.
But it'll look
What
so
attracted you to this pose?
I needed an action pose.
It's pretty dynamic.
It's
And-
very dynamic.
He is. I needed an evil grin because
Yes.
it's Loki.
You always
Yes.
do.
And does he have other than the scepter and his daggers? Does he have another weapon? Does he have a staff?
It's the staff is the scepter
The
too.
scepter. Okay.
That was if he is to use any weapon, it's usually either the staff / scepter or his daggers.
Okay. So I didn't even think about the scepter. Don't know why, but he's got daggers in this one, and he's.
Yes.
I love it.
And that's what they've had him. I mean, since Avengers ending, they've had him use the daggers much more than anything else.
I'm hoping he uses them a lot in the show.
Oh, I bet he will. I know that there's a bit in the trailer where Owen Wilson gives him daggers. He's like, here you go, get to work. And one of the people immediately takes him away. He's like, no, you can't give him knives. But you just know he's going to get them back.
Chuck Girl, did we also get your favorite Loki moment?
I think that the moment between him and Black Widow is really cool. When he's like talking about all of his powers and stuff, and she's like faking being sad and hurt, and then she turns around and she's like, "Oh, so it's Banner that you want?"
Yeah,
And
when
he's
she
like,
tricks the trickster
Yes.
god.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
That is pretty cool.
That is a good moment.
She's a great character.
She
I
is.
don't know if we
get
can.
enough credit.
She
No.
doesn't get enough credit. I agree.
Which is
Really
why I
good
think
at her job.
this movie is going to be
Yes.
awesome for her. That like she'll finally get this standalone feature that she has been deserving the entire time.
Yeah.
She's noble. She's great. And Loki's great too.
I
You-
just like Tom Hiddleston. Like I think.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
think he's wonderful. I think he's a
I
wonderful
agree.
actor.
What else is he
He the
in?
same Myers-Briggs type name, Tom Hiddleston.
Yes. Wait. Let me pull it up.
He was in
oh.
Kong Skull Island.
He
Was he
was.
Yeah.
Crimson Peak.
Yes, Crimson Peak. Oh, it's such a good movie.
Is that a horror movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Guillermo del Toro.
It is Guillermo
Okay.
del Toro.
Love.
Oh, he's in Deep Blue Sea.
Yes.
Oh, Kim Marty Santagot. Oh my
Hi,
goodness.
Kim.
Said fantastic already as always.
Thanks.
God, I cannot say last names today.
It's okay.
That's okay.
Don't worry about it.
I
can't
screw
say-
up on them all the time.
I don't know if anyone ever saw this, but it was a pretty great movie. It was the Hank Williams story. It was called I Saw the Light.
Yes.
And it was Tom Hiddleston and Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it's actually very brilliant, and I can't believe I haven't thought of it
Yeah.
till now. But
No, he's kind of incredible.
yeah, he's really a great actor. He's also done some voice acting, so
Yes.
that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How great is that?
He also, very much like the rest of the British actors that are members of the MCU, does a lot of stage theater as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He likes his arts.
Well, thank you, Kim. She said all good.
Can you
No one
imagine
can
if
say
those
my last
guys
name.
promoted like breakfast cereal?
Oh yeah, they should. Lokios.
I'd buy it.
I'd buy
I
them.
have a
I
shirt
would.
that says that.
Eat
Get
it.
out.
Loki Charms.
Oh, that's
my
much better.
gosh.
That's a much better
Yes.
pun. I have been really dropping the ball on puns lately.
No, I have that shirt, and it's I cut it up
Little
because it's gonna be
daggers.
part of my nerd t-shirt quote whenever I get around to making that.
Cereal.
But
I love that.
Loki Charms.
Loki Charms.
Yes. Oh my goodness, yes.
We're
So we
talking
had some
about-
ideas on what
yeah,
the
that were like
charms
you
would
could have
be.
like little
Like
tesseract
little
charms.
Oh my gosh.
And like little scepter charms, and we said that the actual cereal should be little daggers because it's gonna cut up your gums.
Yeah, like Captain Crunch.
I guess.
Little helmets.
Little helmets.
Oh, if I had teeth, I would eat Captain Crunch every day.
They slice you up.
They slice you up, but I
don't
love them.
think
You mean
got
razor blade
that.
cereal?
Oh, I love Captain Crunch.
It is good.
The roof of your mouth is raw.
Yeah.
It's so good though.
It
It's
is
so
good though. Crunch berries.
Does anyone else squeeze the milk out of their cereal on the top of my mouth?
I only eat cereal dry. Because I'm a weird person. It's
Before
okay.
or after you had teeth? Like,
Oh, before. Or, yeah, when I had
you've
teeth.
always done that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I
also,
also-
don't love milk.
I really
Like-
don't love milk.
Yeah.
I don't like milk either. Only with my cereal.
love milk.
I'm
Oh,
weird
yeah,
about
no.
textures, so anything that gets too, like, soggy for me, I'm like, bleh.
Oh.
I'm like, bleh.
No.
It comes back to haunt Ben.
Doesn't that sound like a lamb? Bleh.
A sad lamb.
A sad lamb. Embarrassed in front of all of its friends.
Ooh, Kim says PB Crunch is where it's at.
Yeah.
Yes!
Peanut butter is cereal in general.
Peanut butter in general.
Yes.
I love peanut butter.
But like to put another good Loki moment is when before they do get help, when him and Thor are in the elevator together.
Oh yeah.
And Thor hits him with some hard emotional truths where he's like, oh yeah, like, he's like, oh, like I mourned for you when you were dead, but, then you come back and, and you're just gonna, he's like, you're always gonna try and betray me, and like, I'm always gonna have to stop you, and that's just the way that it is. And you could just see that he's like, oh, that's not okay.
I get that.
Yeah. Well, and it's because he knows that, like, there's good in Loki, obviously, because they're brothers, but he's tried to get Loki to be good, but Loki chose to be bad every time, and so he kind of came to the conclusion, he's like, I can't keep trying, like, Loki's got to make the choice for himself. Right. And then he did at the end of the movie. And then, spoiler wee-woo, he dies in the next one.
And I loved his death, too. I thought it was really powerful.
I was not well for the rest of the movie.
I was not well that whole movie.
That set the bar at a weird place. I was like, well, it's all downhill from here. And then it was. Quite literally.
Oof. Also, in Endgame, I was a little more emotional than I thought I would be, and it surprised me. It was the stuff with Tony and his dad.
Yeah.
Oh, I was ugly crying in it because I was like, his dad. Oh, it was rough.
Endgame knocked like my first place movie out of rank of like 15 years of being my favorite movie.
What was that?
Pan's Labyrinth.
I love Pan's Labyrinth.
Me too. But yeah, like Endgame was the first movie in a long time that I was like, this could be better than.
Would you say that Endgame is your favorite movie?
I like. It's either tied or it's up there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is a really good movie.
It's a
So
great
good.
movie. Yeah.
We
So
went to
good.
see it at like 4 in the morning.
We went to go see it at like 4 in the morning. Yes.
Because it was the only time that it was available to be seen, and so we went to go see it, and
We took a nap at our friend's house before. It was great.
and then we went to go see it, and then we went back home, fell asleep, and then I had to drive back to Tennessee the next day. So,
Gross.
Was the theater crowded?
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, I was gonna say there were so many people there. They
It
had
was
the same
great.
idea.
It was really great at 4 in the morning.
Oh my god.
I told the Penguin, I was like, we don't need to see it opening weekend. And then as soon as like reviews are coming out, I was like, no, we need to go see it. And so we went pronto.
Every time I cry.
Oh, it's just so good.
If I need a good cry, I watch that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it. Oh,
Which one?
Endgame.
Endgame. It's the stuff with his dad. Oh, and then Thor talking to his mom.
Yeah, that was huge.
And you know what?
And
I liked-
everything Captain America.
And
did.
everything Captain America did. It was
That's
nice to see people use time travel to, like, not just to do whatever, like, story-wise, but be like, oh, I'm actually going to go talk to this person that died, so excuse me.
It was the first time that I could comprehend time travel. I was saying this
Yeah.
on one of the podcasts that I was just on, that, like, Doctor Who, like, goes over my head, and, like, all these other things that I just can't comprehend, but they did it really well, or so well, in Endgame that I actually, like, got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, and what was really great too is it was also one of the few times that they're like, all right, we're going to do time travel, but there's a lot of rules
Yeah.
because if you mess up things in the past, it messes up things in the future. So, like, we go back in time, we get the stones, we come back, dude snap, go back, put the stones back, everything's fine. Don't talk to anyone, don't touch anyone, let's go. And I was like, yeah, that's actually how you should handle that.
Well, but then when Tilda Swinton was like, no, if you do it here, it doesn't just go on differently this way. You make literally a new timeline. And I was like, that's such a great visual.
Yeah.
I liked it a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Yep. And then they goofed, and the Tesseract got into the wrong hands.
Yeah.
Oops.
It was nice to see the Ancient One again, too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, and back when, it's funny too to think of like, oh, she was just right there when all that stuff was happening.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and there was
Yeah,
no Doctor
right?
Strange, and she was the Sorcerer Supreme at the time.
Yeah.
Right.
And she's like, oh.
She's like, "You're not Stephen Strange."
Oh, get away
Yeah.
from my building, please.
Right. And she's like, you weird Hulk guy.
I don't want to do this. Yeah.
Also, that scene where she's like, look at the timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes on forever.
Don't break it.
Thank you.
Don't you break
6:30.
Yeah.
Don't you be breaking it, Loki. Don't break the timeline, Loki.
Fun fact, Chalkmon does not even have a watch on. She's just constantly aware of the time every day. Isn't that incredible?
I think that's
Isn't
a
that
mom
incredible?
power.
Yeah, it's a mom
That's
power.
Yeah.
I wish I had
She's-
that power.
She is just that chronologically aware, and
She is very aware of the timeline and whether it's broken or not. Which is
she
why-
is. Well, Chalkmon sees multiple times at one time.
Yeah.
So
She actually works for the TV.
she does, yeah.
She is Doctor Who.
Stop.
She is a
You're
time
making me
goddess.
blush, okay?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Time goddess. It's totally
Can
fine.
she
Yeah.
get to work
She's the
on
doctor.
time?
Time moves for her. She's
Yeah, I was gonna say, if people are trying to tell you that time moves for them, they're wrong.
Chalkmon gets there when the time is right.
Oh,
Yeah.
brother.
She's a wizard. She's
I
never
wouldn't.
late, nor is she early. She
If
arrives
anybody else
precisely when she
arrives,
needs.
they're early.
Yeah.
They're waiting
Yeah.
on Chalk Mom.
If anyone heckles, it's personal.
Anyone heckles, it's personal. Wow. I just.
No, stop.
Never. Take the compliment.
No.
Be nice to your cousin.
Ooh.
Ooh.
RBK.
Gotta get the ice right.
Arbika Mikhailson says, "Is this supposed to be Loki?"
It is.
You bet it is. It whiz.
Chuck Earl, could you tell us a little about some of the podcasts that you have been asked to do?
You're making me
Good question.
brag.
He wants to do
So
it.
there were
That's how you know we're good friends. Go
three,
on.
three podcasts in the last couple weeks. I think that's the number. I was a guest on the Geekiest podcast. I was a guest on Zero Dark Nerdy. I was a guest on
Never gets old.
no, it doesn't. The Multicultural Pop Culture podcast. I was a guest on the Geek Network's podcast, We Be Geeks.
We be geeks.
We be geeks.
I was on the Northern Ontario Expo podcast.
Wow. She's crossing countries.
Well, they insist that I come back every year. I did a convention there in 2017. And they keep asking me when I'm going to come back. I think that's it. Am I missing one? I feel like I'm missing one. That's okay. I have that new page on my website, so you can go there and
Check it
see
out.
all the links.
Thank you. That was my next question. Where can we go and see these podcasts?
Yeah, you can go to adventuresofchalkgirl.com and click on the podcast tab.
Do it.
Well,
Yeah.
that is so cool. And
Oh,
we.
Sorry. I did one with Dragoncast, and they're actually raffling off 3 of my pictures right now. So if you're a fan of Joker, Scarlet Witch, or Baby Yoda, go check out the Dragoncast podcast.
Do it.
I'm going to check it out right now.
Heck yeah.
That was me doing it.
Look at him go. He's checking it out.
And if you would like to be entered into a raffle to win some really sweet prizes, please type Avengers into the comments.
Do it.
Heck yeah.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
Do it. Or else.
That was better. It was a smoother landing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Second time's the charm.
You know,
I've heard.
use take 2.
You take 2. Yeah, we'll fix it in post.
Fix it
Don't
in
even worry
post.
about it.
This is a post. Always post.
We'll just take the second one and we'll just dub it over what we say for the first one.
And then edit out all the stuff about landing the plane. It's great. It's great.
Yeah. Oh no, we'll leave that in.
How does everyone feel about Loki's hair?
Elaborate.
It's luscious.
It's luscious. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering when I first heard that Loki was going to be in a movie, right? All the way back then. I was like, how are they gonna, like, are they gonna wig him? Are they gonna? But no, it looked real, like it looked realistic. And sometimes like comic book hair does not translate to live action well, right? But this did, and I was very happy with that. Also, for the record, so did Black Widow. and I was happy about that.
Except her first one.
Except her first
We
one.
don't talk about Iron Man 2.
We don't talk about it.
Anonymous person said, "Wow."
Well, thanks, anonymous person.
Iron Man 2 is like the first Star Wars movie. You're thankful that Don Cheadle showed up, and that's about it.
Is
You,
that
you
the
remember when he showed up in Star Wars, Don Cheadle?
Don Cheadle's
Yeah.
gonna be in. Yeah.
Well, it's like the first one. Everyone has like the first Star Wars movie. Everyone has one thing from it that they enjoy, and that's what they're like. And you don't have to watch the rest of it. But if you just watch this one moment in the first one, but Don Cheadle wasn't in Star Wars, but he was in Iron Man 2 because he was now.
Don Cheadle was not in there.
No, I started
That's
saying
when they
it as if he was.
replaced him, right?
Yes, they replaced.
Yeah.
Who are you? Terrence Lawrence?
Yes.
Lawrence?
Yeah.
Terrence
Terrence
Howard, something
Howard.
like that.
Terrence Howard. That sounds right.
Yeah, like that.
Because he didn't think that the Marvel movies were going to take off. Boy, was he wrong.
Well, all I can say is poor Liam Neeson. He could beat all the bad guys and get his daughter back, but he could not take on Ray Park, and that is their takeaway.
Yeah, that's from
I
Star
mean,
Wars.
He also couldn't hold a lightsaber very well.
No. That was your
I
takeaway
like
from
Ray
Iron
Park.
Man 2.
He's like 6'10". What do you want from him? It's like a little itty bitty thing for him. He got big hands because he's 6'10". He's like 6'4".
6'10".
Might as well be. I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm
He
sorry,
was in
Talk
Taken.
Girl. Did you say that you met Ray Park?
The Penguin met Ray Park. I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Jealous. Ray Park was the stunt actor, and has currently been the person for Darth Maul.
Oh god.
And he's a
That's what I
stunt,
thought.
he's a stunt coordinator, and he has basically invented forms of stage combat.
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of brilliant.
Right. Well, because they sat down and they're like, Darth Maul's gonna have a double-bladed lightsaber, and he'll use it like you would a bow staff. And he's like, well, you can't, because half of bow staff combat is to shift the momentum from having it contact your body and then move it. He's like, you can't have the edges touch your body because that would cut you in half. He's like, don't worry, I'll figure it out. And so he did. And is now like when Star Wars wants to do something with Darth Maul and they want to do it right, he's the first person they contact.
Because they mocapped him for the series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is really cool.
He had a really awesome fight with Ahsoka.
With Ahsoka.
I mean, he also had a really awesome fight with what's his face?
Palps.
Yeah, Palps in the Clone Wars. I
Ooh,
just watched
did he?
that.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh my goodness!
We're getting there, we're
You
getting there.
need to
Okay.
see it. One, he has a brother
I know he's a brother.
who also wields a double-bladed lightsaber.
It's good. It's a good fight.
Because, I mean, you know I love Palps, too.
Yeah. Also to see Palps dual wielding finally, not using just his lightning to get around.
Yeah.
So. And
But
also, if you watch Palps, he's like made out of rubber. Like,
Really?
yeah, because he's like.
It's before
Some
he
of
gets
us are
lightning
hyper
aged.
flexible, okay?
It's before he gets lightning aged. Before the lightning makes him an old
That's true.
man.
That's a good point.
He's still young and spry.
But, because I just watched that episode before I got over here. It is so clutch.
Clutch.
Also, speaking of weird hair that doesn't translate into real life well,
Yes.
Bo-Katan's hair, because it's got, like, her layers are separate, because when
Oh.
she moves, it like moves, but you can't do that part because it just wouldn't hold, because that's not how hair works.
That's how hair works. Exactly. Like Jesse from Team Rocket. Sometimes hair does not translate well to real.
I don't know. If you want your hair to be an upside down Nike swoop,
Her hair is like 12 feet long.
Yes.
also, the amount of hairspray in her hair, she's likely to be flammable.
She's just gonna catch on fire. Good thing
Like-
she only trains poison type.
True. But you know whose hair does look good? Loki's hair.
Loki's hair.
Loki's hair looks luscious.
Bringing it back.
Also, the
Luscious
Chalk Girl's hair
Loki
looks
locks.
Luscious Loki locks.
Luscious Loki locks.
His lokes. His luscious lokes of hair.
Oh gosh. Well, okay. Why? This is from the Chalk Mom. It says, Why does Loki have illusory powers?
Why?
It allows him to be Loki.
I love
What-
it
What's
actually.
Loki's
I love
favorite
it.
dance? What does he like to dance at weddings? Loki motion.
Oh!
I like that a lot.
Oh my god, yes.
This changes everything. We love a good
Why did Loki throw a tantrum after he lost his game?
Why?
Because he's a Thor loser.
That's a good one.
There
Man,
we go,
these are
there we go,
good.
There we go. Go out on a high note.
What's it on his face?
I know.
Look at his face. It's beautiful.
It's like the shadow coming out of the wall.
That's the thing. You know, before me stands now this three-dimensional part of the face, and
He's reverse Homer Simpson.
No, he's just using one of his illusions. He's just using his illusion to slowly come out of the wall.
But it makes my human eyes.
Hey, my
Like-
human eyes are great.
But do you know what I'm saying? Like, as a human with spatial awareness,
Human
I'm
eye
like,
is not.
how does she do this on a two-dimensional plane? But that's because the Chalk Girl is also magic.
It's true.
We have a comment from Sydney H16. It looks so cool.
Well, thank you.
It does look
It
so
really
cool.
does look so cool.
Couldn't buy it so fast. Just you wait.
Great Father's Day gifts.
Great
Yes.
Father's Day gift.
Yes.
If I'm done with it by
Shower
then.
curtain.
A shower curtain. That'd be so cool. A Chalk Girl shower curtain.
Can you
Then-
imagine just like
Then
opening up the
Palpatine and
bathroom
Joker
door
could
and he's
watch
just
me as I shower.
There you go.
They could protect me.
Wake you up in the morning.
yeah, sure. You know, or like maybe one of the heroes.
No. If anyone's protecting me, it's Palpatine, okay?
I don't think he would.
I think he would.
I don't think he would. I think he thinks of himself. Also, this is Loki. We're not talking Star Wars.
We were.
We were talking Star Wars. And it's all Don Cheadle's fault.
Loki could protect me
He
via
could
shower
protect
curtain.
you because he's not a bad guy.
Woody though?
Just because you're a bad guy does
Does
not
not mean
make
you're
you
a bad
bad
guy.
guy.
Rules to live by in real life.
And in Wreck-It Ralph.
From Zangief, no less.
Zangief, bad guy. Hello.
Hi. Hello, beautiful.
Hello, friend.
We have more friends.
He's just looking right at me.
I mean, what do you call that when the eyes follow you in a painting?
Persistence
stalking.
of vision.
Persistence of vision.
There's a French term for it too, but I don't know.
It's called
Persistence.
stalking in French.
It's really actually real people eyes looking at you.
Yeah, it's the little they do the
They
cut
cut 'em
out,
out, yeah.
and they just looking at you from behind.
Haunted
the
house
painting.
style.
You just do like one of those little flip ups. So like when
Yeah.
you're not there, it's not he just doesn't have eyes.
Right.
You swap them.
You gotta retape them back over every time.
We used to have a
Crudely
pumpkin
cut
farm
out.
by our house, and it had two panels,
Google.
two wood panels, and there was pumpkin, but recessed were the eyes,
Oh, cool.
and the eyes would follow you as you rode down the street.
No.
I want that.
It was pretty creepy.
He wants it as a
Hi.
shower curtain.
Ninja Griffin
hello.
says Loki would only protect me if he didn't get any more amusement by standing back. Thank you, Ninja Griffin, for following our chat, though. I love that. I love that.
Appreciate it. Ninja Griffin.
Ninja Griffin.
And that's it.
Number 18. Bum, 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 bum.
Stewie's other brother. Yes.
Ninja Griffin.
Does it smell good?
It's the only form of Meg that they accept. Absolutely.
I do.
So, friends who just joined us, the question was asked, what's your favorite Loki moment? The one where he dies.
No, I mean,
I
It's a good
generally
one.
like
No.
any of the banter him and Thor have. I think it always is pretty
The best
either comedic or just, hostile towards one another.
It's the, what is it, the help me, get help?
Get help.
Always a classic. Always a classic, the old get help.
I really need to go back
It's like,
and
come
watch
on, you love
these
it.
movies.
You love it. You love this one. No, I hate doing it. He's like, we're doing it.
I am excited for the Loki series coming out.
It's
on Disney
gonna
Plus.
be so good.
The
We're
preview
so
I saw for
excited.
it looked pretty
It looks good,
pretty
right?
good. So,
It's got Owen Wilson.
and if they did anything
Wow.
right, they did WandaVision and they did Falcon and the Winter Soldier right, I'm excited.
Ooh, Rebecca Michelson asks, do you guys think Loki is still alive?
Yes.
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 Even after like the last episode of Loki, though, do we think he's gonna survive the series?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I hope
Probably.
so.
I think so. I think a lot of people like him, so I think they want to keep him around in some facet.
I want them to keep him around.
There you go. You heard it here
I
yourself, Ron.
personally will write. I will write such angry letters.
I think Tom Hiddleston enjoys being Loki too,
Oh,
so I think he'd want to.
Have you seen pictures of him at the Comic Cons of like just coming out on stage in outfit and just pointing at people and like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's great.
I love
Love
that.
it.
He's just milking it.
Milking it. You gotta.
Yeah.
You just gotta.
You just gotta.
With the top hat. You just gotta milk. Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's gotta be like, love me. Tell me you love me. I
Tell me
need
you
it.
love me. Yes.
I'm so
Take
insecure.
pictures with me.
Yes.
Send me your art, please.
I love art.
Rebecca's favorite moment
Get it.
is in Infinity
Get it.
War when he says, we have a hope.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, that is a good moment. That is
He finally gets to turn it around, and he's
He
not
looks
the
like
only
he's-
person getting beat
He's
in the
staring
ground.
right at me.
Like,
Beth.
yes!
So, wait, go over that. Does his eyes follow you?
Dudes are-
I mean, he's magic. They're definitely following.
they do.
They
And,
do follow you.
A little creepy. Kind of like this girl.
I think
here.
that's what he would want.
Queen's Gambit's also staring at me. Right as I
Silently,
walked out.
she's silently judging.
She's judging you.
She really
She's
is.
like, you didn't see me on SNL at all.
Just- I'm much better than
Your queen to rook 5 move was
Weak.
pathetic.
It's weak.
It's
Weak
weak.
sauce.
Rookie mistake. Ah, get it, Rook? Ah.
Chocolate, I'm digging the pose that you picked for this one.
Thanks.
I think it looks pretty sweet.
Sweet.
So now we have a face with no teeth, so much like me. And I find it really, really fascinating.
Well, just
Oh
wait
my
till she
God.
starts putting green on there. I'll know it. Is it on there now?
Is it on there now?
Poor baby.
Yeah.
That's okay. We
Spoiler
watched
alert.
the entrance for Carrying Cross last night and it was strobing red and we were like, Peyton would have the oop with this.
Still haven't watched it? We'll be doing it. Definitely will hurt my eyes.
Oh, red
Just
stroke.
ignore
That's
his
your-
Oh, yeah.
intro.
Spoiler
Just
warning
ignore it. It's
for your-
It's gonna be
alright.
great. It's gonna be great. Thanks for the heads up. Appreciate
It's
it.
fiend level of
I
red.
feel like
Oh, remember when they did
It
that?
hurt my eyes.
I 100% was there live watching a match all in red.
Yeah.
Not the
They
greatest.
only put red light on.
Yeah,
it.
that's rough. That's rough.
It was for theming, but it's
After a little while, you're like, okay,
You're
I
like,
gotta-
okay.
I need a spectrum, thank you.
Yep.
I need a spectrum.
Was it my cones are
Yeah.
tired, or is it the rods? I can
Mine.
never remember which one does which.
Well, Rod Stewart is a singer, so I don't know what that has to do with it,
I
but
also don't know what it has to do with Loki, but we're talking about him. Go
if
nuts.
you think I'm Loki and you like my scepter, come on, that's
Chocolate,
good.
do we have a secret
That's
word
good.
of the day today?
We do!
What is it?
Avengers.
Yay! Where's the confetti?
Oh my god.
And the
You
balloons.
could
Chalk
win
dust, it's
some
chalk
really
dust.
cool comics and a print from the Chalk Girl, and you don't want to miss it.
You don't
You really
miss
don't.
it, 'cause
Comment
if
the
you
word
do,
Avengers.
Avengers.
assemble.
Avengers.
No, not assemble. Avengers. I mean, if you put assemble.
No,
in
you
there,
want to
too.
assemble the Avengers.
Yes, but you want the Avengers is the important part. Anything after that,
That's at your own.
Yeah,
your
that's
own
extra.
risk. So.
that's at your own risk. You type any more than Avengers, it could get dangerous.
Especially with these guys moderating.
Yes.
Always.
Yeah, Ben's the most dangerous.
Yeah, okay.
Silent ones are the ones you gotta watch out
It's
for.
true.
Yeah.
That's what they say
He's
about
like,
farts.
"No, you're not."
That's what they say
Good night,
about
ladies and
farts.
gentlemen.
And on that note.
Didn't you miss me?
We'll see where she's at after these messages from our sponsors.
If I'm like this now, just wait
I'm
till
gonna
our
just
session
tape her
starts.
right in front of the Queen's Gambit. Just-
Sponsored by Rod Stewart. I wish I'd never Scooby-Dooed.
Well, all right then.
Wow.
I know.
Take your word for it.
So
You
you
know,
should have Scooby done.
I should have Scooby didn't.
Scooby hasn't actually.
Scooby-Doo. Scooby shouldn't.
Scooby Doo.
To get back to Loki for a second,
Oh my god. What a great segue.
I was really glad that his armor
Is green.
looked cool.
Yeah.
Because I was like, how are you going to translate the horns to live action? And they were like this. And I'm like, okay, fine.
He said, well, all right.
All right then.
All right then.
Because I know in the beginning they were trying to make things less fantastic, like just a little bit, you know?
Thor didn't have his helmet.
Yeah, like Thor didn't have his helmet. I know they were terrified to touch Doctor Strange, which is why they didn't for a long time.
Yeah.
Probably because of his hands, but like, you know.
Well, and that's why they leaned into all of the.
They were afraid to touch him.
They leaned into
He
like
hurt his hands, guys!
He did.
with Thor and Loki being the more magical characters at the start. They were like, it's just alien tech. It's just different.
Right, they're like, this is alien
Yeah,
tech.
because they were nervous to touch magic because it's spooky, you know.
And then they ripped that band-aid off
And
of
they were
Doctor
like,
Strange.
They're like,
said-
alright.
Astral project.
Magic.
And it was
Go through
great.
space. Yeah.
But I'm so glad that they gave him cool horns.
Yeah.
Just like with Scarlet Witch, though, too. We were talking about her costume and how it was cool and true to the comics.
Mhm.
I love it. So
Why not both?
Why not both?
I just want to see Wolverine in his yellows or browns, even. But
They teased it once.
Yeah.
they did.
In a deleted scene, said get rid of it.
And then in the movie, they made fun of it. The first one.
I'm like, what? You were expecting yellow spandex? Ha ha ha! I was like, yes, Zack
Yes.
Snyder, I was.
Yes, X-Men. I was.
Okay.
I was.
I would love that.
Sir.
Because like you had Magneto walking around in like just like a business suit and a red helmet. I was like, can he just have his costume, please?
But
Give
he's like,
that man a cape.
That man in a business suit and a helmet.
Yes.
I mean, Ian McKellen.
So good.
So good.
Like, do we want to?
Like this Loki.
He's just staring at him.
Chalk Girl, we have 8 minutes left.
Thanks.
Ooh. T minus.
Color's blue.
You got a T minus. You better study.
That man's blue. You're about to be blue.
It's very rare.
Very rare.
Don't got no cape.
No cape. No capes.
It looks so good.
Thor has a cape sometimes.
He does.
Right?
Looking right at you.
Right? Aren't those eyes beautiful?
They are.
You just want to.
I just get
Swim
lost in
around
them.
it.
Yeah. It's like he's staring at my soul, saying,
Kiss me.
"I love you." I don't know. Yeah, like
Happy
Saying you
happy
too could be a
birthday.
bad
He's like,
guy.
"Happy birthday."
Happy birthday, Al.
Happy birthday to my father. Yes.
And his
Coach.
twin brother.
Coach.
And his twin brother, which I would love for you guys to meet one day.
Danny.
Oh, Danny.
Oh, damn.
That's Uncle Tom.
Oh, Danny.
Oh.
Need the other arm.
Drop your legs.
We should really comment Avengers
Avengers.
in the comments, shouldn't we?
Yeah, because if you don't, I'm gonna win it. And
That's
I
right.
will win it.
Well, I did enter.
Yeah. This is one once already.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
And you will do.
I'm not scared.
Also, I do have things that people are not claiming. So if you comment frequently on Instagram, check your messages because I may have messaged you and been like, "Hey, you won."
Check those
And you
DMs.
don't know. Yeah. Check your
Because
DMs.
if you don't claim it, I'm taking
Well,
it.
that's the thing. If nobody claims all the things at the end of the year, we're just gonna give them away to other people. So claim your prize. If you comment Avengers, you could get these
Wow.
comics. Really cool comics plus one of my prints.
Ah.
Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Do we get
This
to pick the print?
Yeah, you get to pick a print.
Whoa.
You get an 8.5 by 11 print from me for free.
Ooh.
So yeah, you could win these. This is a really cool comic. I've read all 4 of them from our friends over at One More Round Entertainment. They also do a whole bunch of motivational stuff, as well as some weight loss stuff, which is kind of cool. So go check them out. That is their last offering for us because it's changing next week because we'll be in June.
Wow.
Yeah. Can't believe this year's almost half over. So next month our theme is going to be musicals, and I'm really excited. Yeah.
We're gonna sing so much.
And we have a really, really, really cool sponsor. One of my best friends is a music teacher, and she's offering like free lessons. So if you are a musical lover, and if you ever wanted to learn how to sing or play piano, or even like projecting for theater or whatnot, we're gonna have some really cool offerings from her. So yeah, hang out with us next Wednesday, same time, same place, on all of these platforms, yeah, just be our friends and hang out with us online. For anyone that wanted to hear the podcast that I'm part of, you can go check out my website, adventuresofchalkgirl.com. You can click on the podcast tab that's up on this side of the screen. And you can go listen to those. I have met some incredibly cool people, and we have some promising things that might be coming out of some of these podcasts. So please go give them some credit. I will have new advertisements for them in our little small business roll before and after our live drawings. They're not there yet, but they will be. And yeah, you guys are great. Thanks for hanging out with us. We really appreciate all the questions and the comments. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye. 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 Bye.